So for today's practice test, you're going to start with a graph of a parabola, and then you have to write the equation for it. The nice thing is there's no stretch, vertical stretch or vertical compression. That makes it kind of harder. So if I had a parabola and the vertex was right here and it opened up, what would the equation of that parabola be? So we moved right 3 and down 2. So it's going to look something like a times x minus h squared plus k. And we just need to know what number goes on the inside and what number goes on the outside, because all of these are going to be a 1. So how do I go right? Right 2 would be, right, so x, the right 2 is on the inside, but the inside works backwards. So it's x minus 3. And then how do I go down 2? Nope, minus 2. So the outside works in the normal direction. The up-down is positive or negative, positive for up and negative for down, but the left and right is backwards. Okay. If I had another one right here and it opened down, so that is left 1 and down 2. So x, nope, the left right hits the x. So the x-axis is on the inside and the y-axis is on the outside. X plus 1 squared minus 2. Okay, and there is a way to stretch parabolas vertically or to compress them vertically, and that affects the number in front, the number right here. But on the practice test, all of them are just regularly shaped parabolas, so they're all 1. But this green one, we missed something. It's negative because it's upside down. So it's actually negative x plus 1 squared minus 2. Okay, let's do another one. What's the equation for that blue graph? So x minus 5 on the inside. And then it didn't move up or down, so it's plus 0. And we don't even need to write plus 0. And it's negative because it's upside down. Good job. Okay. Let's do another one. So x, and it's kind of like x plus 0, but we don't need to write it. So just x squared plus 3. Well, the parentheses would go right here. And since there's only one thing inside there, we don't need to write them. But if you did write them, it's not going to affect your grade. All right, one more. No, the inside is opposite. The outside is normal and the inside is opposite. Okay, one more. Right there. So x plus 4, good, squared, and then it's up 3, and it's upside down, which means it's negative. Okay, can everybody do those? All right, now we're going to go the other way around. If I gave you x minus 1 squared plus 4, what does that graph look like? So the vertex, is it going to move right or left? Right, because it's a negative on the inside and the x-axis is backwards. So right 1 and up 4. And what direction does it open? Up. Is it taller or shorter? It's just a regular parabola. So a regular parabola, it's kind of like left 1, up, right 1, up 1. It's just regular shape. Now, I'm not going to be very particular on how accurate the stretch of your parabola is, but it might be a good idea to say normally shaped. No. Well, if you did it that way, that would help. But there's another way I'm going to let you do it. So let's say I have 5x plus 2 squared minus 3 and the negative 5. So where is that vertex? Nope. We're looking at the inside and the outside. So left 2, because the x-axis is backwards. So 1, 2. And then down 3 on the y-axis. Right there. And then it opens down, but what does the 5 do? Makes it 5 times taller. So this is going to end up being super skinny. Okay, and you could graph it out like 1, 5, 1, 5. But if you just do this, 5 times taller, and your graph looks kind of skinny, that will work. Instead of graphing exactly where the points belong, you can just make it really tall and say 5 times taller, and I'll accept that. Okay, one more. 1/3 x minus 2 squared plus 1. Where is that parabola? Right 2 and up 1. So I go right 2 and up 1. There's the vertex. Does it open up or down? Up. And the 1/3, what does it do? So you could say, and it's not actually wide, it's shorter. So you could say 3 times shorter, or you could say 1/3 as tall. Both of those mean the same thing. 1/3 as tall is the same times as 3 times shorter. So instead of figuring out exactly where the points are, just make it kind of short and then say 3 times shorter, or you could say 1/3 as tall. Either way, I'll accept that. Do you need to see any more? That's the whole practice test. Okay, come up and get it. I don't have answers. Sorry, this didn't come with answers.